Here we go, the human skulls about it here today here. So this idea about it here, guys, I said it for it online. Right now, what the human skulls look like here, guys, and what's this video here. What was his change about it? So human skulls have different kinds of variations. What positively effective, but how human look like here. So we have a more or less that's maxillary or the product, and this is really easy to say a tell about it here, the pictures here. The distance between filter here more. It really varies a bit in individuals. So all kind of other factors approach which if you're looking for all schools, it's interesting looking for how the schools varies about it. The way how they are here. The forehead side, the middle facial side here. Maxillary chef mandala here. No different Maybe I'm interested particularly here the maxillary case and along this prognathis here. I will say very little here because what kind of a population is could be telling the characteristic have a particular high nose bridge something there. So it varies middle face, a little bit lower progress here. And this have a much lower here get up on then the opening of this sinus inside the well. So somewhat have a broken the sinus here. It's easy to say that doesn't have a sinus. It's surprising when you have a sinus age. The cartilage of the sinuses can stand most of the time here. It usually for the nose as kind of a materialistic here. What we see here is the way how the maxilla is standing are the lower bone section. Revelment here. It's very spiky about it here, guys, the maxilla here. I should check it up here, because I don't get face here. The characteristics are wider, less wider. The variations of a human skull out wide here. The roundness will be expectations about it here. And human skulls on the crew up here. Well, I tell you about it, the lack of a food here, nutrition is one of the elements here. Then you don't need nutrition, but they don't keep here. Here's a jaw here. A chin is easy to say, but it's more chinny for you. And mandibula is along that here. I think there's a difference, except it's lower here. But it doesn't look correctly to get the maxilla is elongated here. The chin's here, I guess, because it's one thing here. The teeth overcropping on the lower piece here. What you expect here? You're gonna have a dental protrusion for sure, yeah. The teeth are just simply too much against the frontal piece, yeah. So it always varies a bit this filtrum length about this product education here, how much is here. Here is somebody very satisfied about the who really have a much more prognathis here against this individual. I know it's pretty case of I know it's pretty case where is opening over here. Middle face. Size of the maxilla opening is another interesting question about here. What is it to see about it? Repeating this bone here, the sigma, because it's a very small bone area after all. It always to see about the high cheekbones here. Very low. Can you see Indonesian kind of a cheekbones here? We should be looking for all kind of human skulls here. And when you come around here. Does this scare me at all here, because it's depending what are you expecting? It's a heavy prognathis here, because in a frontal piece. So I have a very low vacation at the proposition about that thing. Here we go with another thing here. The dentitions, okay, is in a perfect reserved here. I wouldn't say none of the vacation, they would have calcified putting it back here. Some schools, are they real artificial? They say they're artificial, yeah. But who knows? It's not difficult to get some dead human again. What happened when a human age about it here? Around is about one of the casinos occasion is opening of this between maxilla operations here. This is a program we like to see sideways about the human skull here. Here we go. Those are perfect examples how the Midas will look like here. Here in this process, okay, so we're putting a cartridge with a pack warrior. Most of the human have a cellular expression. The Japan, yeah, is putting inside a process okay, attachment here. Is an opener? That's a very good question here. The stronger of this thing here, the eyes, is still elongated towards here. A little bigger here. It's on a temporal area here. The eyes around here, tromboid area. Decuil is an area here because an eyes. Here we go. If you enjoy about some systematically. Triple human skull have different names about here. Oh, deception title anatomy human skulls is multiple like as a physical. If you match it here. I mean name it about it here. It's rather a small picture here. Which you can even see about anything here because it's too small to see about it properly. As expected here because there are better explanations about it somewhere. Frontal view here, other view. You say that this is a peri-occidental area. This is a parietal occipital bone, zygomatics are here. This is temporal, like sphenoid zone here. Then tempo here. Well, you didn't look at temporal like bone here, because this is a temporal bone here. Zygomatal bone here. When you got zygomatic arch here is this here. This is a case here as a zygomatic here. That's a temporal bone is this here. It's an air very auricular here, external acoustic meatus here. Mandible is a ramus, is this area here. When a coronoid process is the getting upper here. Then a mental foramen here. The frontal area here, it's called mental foramen. Vomer. Vomer, it's important thing about vomer about it here, but this vomer is a sphenoid here. Under nasal spine is here, nasal spine. You understand what's nasal spine here? Intraorbital foramen here. Is here because it's the case of this thing here. Intraorbital foramen maxilla here. Lateral view here. Lateral view in sideways here. Remember this parietal bone is a huge back biggest area for the foramen here. So here's a lateral and there's a frontal bone here. Parietal frontal. Nasal bone. Sphenoid bone here is sideways, it's hard to see in a lesser wing. Crater wing inside temporal bone, lacrimal zygomatic bone here. Maxi intravenal foramen here. A lateral view. Anterior rotative view of the human skull here. That's interesting looking for a human health case in here. In the future, understanding about this thing about the lateral view. Realistic, unrealistic here. What is many human skulls? What is different thing here? Specifications about the what they here. The cell of products here, but the whole care about it, you know, so yeah. Attenuations. I'm looking for variations of how the human skulls varies a bit, you know. Can you tell about the density here, because about it here? The skull, human skull here. Okay, there's a lot of different things. If we look at nationalities here, case okay, putting a Nicker skull here, example, I'll create a equal here, case nose, there was a lot of different thing here. Gonna chimp out here. Skull is human skull, Nicker is an human things here. The teeth is maxilla procratis here. Well, here is a tool here. People want to hell like as the crack the case and the skull here. Blood. So let's think about it here. The skull, but it's difficult to see about it here. Well, there are websites okay, which explain okay, so a lot here. Okay, okay, are you ready here? If you guys want to fight your case, then okay, here we go. Let's see about the how they look at her. Maxilla procratis, the nose wide side here. Afro. You're looking for Jason aperture elongations. So, can you find about it here? Let's take a nickelmania.net here. Lower extremity here, because what a fortress here. Here isn't just a couple of tickets put here, because the same different thing where the lower muscular here. Look about the lateral length about this one thing about it here. It's quite a big lateral, especially forearm here. We put it in mind about the there's a huge maxillary of one of the things is stopping about it is a groove about it here. You would as well talk about it here thing, the similarities. So what do you guys want to do? Yes. You go open here, is that a smiling here? Specimen here. Well, when you smile about here, that's important to see about here. That's one of the important things when I say smiling here. It's important because smiling or hiding about the watermelons they're eating here. Looking forward here, because on the problem is like a fortune behind here. One fact about it here, decrease. For the scientist, because the maxillary length here. If we can determine the case, then the race of the individual examined the school of the case most likely fall here. Or necro white person here. It decrease about it here. 82 decrease here. A procron this year. By Jeff Moore, it's an airline case from here. Here it's a Nation here. Bastion, remember back here, Nation here. Is the case where you measure Nation versus forehand here, case not the forehand versus Nation versus the case straight line is a Nation to the Bastion case here. So the line here, Bastion, Nation, here is the foramen, and at the top of this we call it the Anxion here. Well, let's take a look right. Difference between. Let's take a look at some of the individuals. There is another funny shit here. Okay, school. Okay, we're looking for school here. We're looking for different school, different nations. What's interesting, Indonesian here, one of the nation here. Nese. Ghetto. Except down Chinese here. Well, with Chinese men school here, guys, and various nationalities here, guys. Well, what do you expect here? As I'm going to take a look about here, guys. This is how the persons look like for that nations here. Okay, here we go. Plain human skull line here. Necrophilia here. Chinese prisons here. Well, does it look like a Chinese person? And what do you feel about here if it would be a Chinese here? Maxilla thing here. So specification, yeah. Is there nothing a Chinese cool about it? This is the best way to see about how they look like here. Okay, let's look at this is going off completely a radar here. So what is it looking for Chinese individuals? Okay, so can I tell about that they're Chinese individual here? Well, no good ancestor here. Different nationalities here, because there are, yeah. I'm gonna have to look here, carrying after some skulls are in a collection. The teeth are also in good condition here. Every moment can be here. Just spend time for a self-interest here, because letting destruction about it here. One individual here has nothing changed about it here anymore. Well, here we go looking for here, other nationality here. This Chinese here did not reveal much here, I cannot tell about it here. Chinese man school here. I hope it about it here could be funny here. Money and monkey. Well, I'm not intriguing about that kind of here. I expect it's a nationalist here, but There are none over here. And it is here. Do you have anywhere here? Putting it back like here. What nations did you expect to find here? Okay, this is a question. Indonesia here. You can of course getting a lot in this list case. We'll remove it here. The nation list case come here. Indonesian school. That's interesting. Philippines, Indonesia, China. Girls in the Philippines school here, Philippines here. Soto stock here, case. Let's go order case here. Please look here. For your grave. What would you tell about the Filipino schools here? It's interesting to say about this kind of thing here. If there's a lot of pictures about it here. X-ray for Portuguese and Procalex here. Femoris. Is this scary about somebody here, say? The Kronos holding a human brains inside of those here. Gapayan, Luzon Island here. Homicide will be a removal here. Contribution. Education. What do you think about it also? Schools about it here. Well, you can say about the capacity. Now I understand about it here. A couple of things about the Philippines education is that they have a very low purchase of the nose here. When you see this picture here, I'm gonna as well believe it here because the Philippines education here. The pictures does not appreciate all are all very low here. Look at this here, especially here. That's all I explain about it here. The difference case here. Can you tell anything else? Tell the sign about it here. Look at this. The nose bridge is always here. Yeah, and it is interesting. Very low here. It's just here, triangular, but usually it's a little bit roundish here. A low. Compared to Mexico here, the eyes are wider, spreader apart here. Now you know, remember the compare about it here, guys. That's how you prove about the irrigation. What a prospect about it here, guys. Blaza here, Impredenza here, GMA lookout here. They don't want to show up also the kind of ideas here, guys. Xenovision rips the bodies from Croatia here. Public cemetery for it. District public cemetery. The human bodies of the cemetery. Well, they don't bury those people deep down enough if they get the report of here. Let's see. Are you yourself stupid enough or smart enough here? Well, the filter links are longer case in here. The schools are, and there's a space about some schools are the Philippine case and schools Acacia. Where it's kind of way about how they look like here. Does it scare about somebody here? Ideas about this respect here. Well, it's just an interesting question about like this thing here, because are we super intelligent enough here to tell about it? What they all does an interrequin about it here. What we show your amazing genes or whatever here. Or the capabilities about it here. Okay, so well, here we just ask about the question what we see about it here. Different nations here. What we can say Philippine case and the school here case and compare about it here the mask is the nose is really what we call it here. And have a very low piltrum length occasion here. Philippine schools have almost a 0 here. Not 0 here, but a couple of centimeters here. What I saw here, the teeth began immediately after some reason about it here. Let's explain, I guess, why the Filipinos are here. For a female, I guess it's supposed here. Lateral view picture, and also will be very intriguing to see about here. Philippines is a Filipino school, then I guess there's no kind of Philippines, it's a Filipino school. But the school can also occasion here, because in Latin name, I guess the school is what, well, so there's a Kephala, I guess, yeah. We need to be check about this thing, the school. As a scientific form of the school. What is the case of school in Latin here, I guess, cranium. Philippines school here. Cranium. I think cranium here. Philippines. That's interesting. Philippines. Philippines. And here is. And there is the cranium here. That's a Latin name here, cranium. It's intriguing about it here, because I'm looking for here to recognize the cranium. Another thing is Skepalos. Cranium. Well, what do you see? Doesn't look human in my opinion. Little contention here. It looks like an artificial cranium here. A glass. It's manufactured somebody who has lost a part of his cranium here. Now they replace here. Donors Khmer on here. Block structure here again. The human neurologist here. Time is very precious element right here. I cannot waste the time here. I want to time and waste your time. I am genius about it here. And those the in here, homo here. Australopithecus and the different lines are. Well, I take a necrid school male here. Well, more from a necrid male. All the exotic picture, there's an exotic. Change the R here, erotic. Algeria here. Do you change of all aging here? Process right here. Here's a million picture, okay, sir. This is a process here, what I call clones. Finding thicker middle face here. So the elongation should be about especially this area here. Now we see what the same characteristic here, I guess, of the maxilla here. What do we see here? Elongation maxilla here. Lower nostril here base. But explain about it here, what was it here? School. What we see to do some more nose bridges here. Eye bridge. It's an eyebrow. Bridges, eyebrows. More along the eyebrows. Well, here we go looking for here. Elongation. Selling a human skull in this website here. Well. Grunt, you want to make it look whatever it looks here. Hands. Well, here the teeth are protruded forward here. One of the ways it easy is to remove this kind of here. It's just the case pulling back for cranium. Looking for nationalities, it was a Filipinese here. There's a look at Filipino cranium here. It's better to say ethnicities directly here, because you have a card about it here, ethnicities, it's difficult to hear. Cranium here. Where you take a pocket as a nationality here, Philippine nationality is a Filipino here. And you're getting like this kind of here, what they used here, Filipino. cranium. Well, let's take a look around what the cranium looks like here. Or maxillary prognathis here, guys. Well, that's what I was intrigued in eggs. Don't see what's here, guys. Does it look human? Unfortunately, I want to see the cranium of the here, guys. Skull here. I don't want to see any pictures, but that's not the human cranium. See directly here. I mean, there are a million people who die about here, guys. We should be able to see about as a few of them, yeah. Well, you guys survived alive, yeah. Decision, a couple of things here. Definitely no, we're not here. Well, you're about to do it. Here we go. What do you say about the same different thing? The maxillary prognathis here. Well, why do you always look more Asiatic here, guys? Asiatic. Do you guys look Asiatic here, guys? Here we go, more prognathis material. Look careful at this cool here. What do you think? This is cool here, it represents here. School block. Yeah, those bridges higher out here. There's less here. Difficult to say about it here, guys. Segmented process. Take up a couple things about it here. The bronze, the length here. The one thing about it here is that we don't see this seal here, nasal seal. Don't be all learn about it. That's doesn't see it here, but it's very difficult to really examine here, corresponding here. Where is gonna be the thing? That's definitely it's not the case in a school application. Here we go, like here. We got a lot of different measurement here. Something with you have a connection, yeah. Don't play, yeah. Doesn't look too good at cranium. No, we're not an education. Well, I guess Indonesia was orange intriguing country for myself, yeah. Indonesia. Guess it good, it's Indonesia, it's just Indonesia. Cranium. Well, can you think we should be to the low psychomatic, very low bones here. Well, immediately this bone interesting here, Queen, yeah. Indonesian cranium here. What we see about the very low here, guys, and does it get itself here, guys, like Indonesian with your classical here. The low here, look at this copper tree weight here. It's always 1-2 centimeter tracer. Usually the eyes, okay, so the opening here, what they call. Well, here is a very classic visual face, right? What kind of school is this here? Florensis. Somebody can tell about us some information about that too. Oh, really? Look, yeah. There's no nasal seal. Nose open is very small here, guys. Dye separations, it's a layer. Nasal pressure here, guys. This area. Well, the recreational kind of thing. Where it come from? This maxillary prognathis to have it here. We will be extinguished about it. Do you have it here? Well, they're putting a likelihood here. Cool. I have a. Where is the format here? I'm intrigued by here that this Asian dons. Unfortunately, we cannot see humans here, guys. It's so difficult to get the school from Indonesian person here. What we see about the more facial location. That's very obvious, a Homo sapiens, and don't ask about it. That's definitely easy Homo sapiens. Yeah. Maybe can tell about what is Homo sapiens here, guys. That's a Homo here. Not there's definitely nothing in the living as with this Homo case, so it is not that kind of here. Get all the characteristics of that here. down here. Well, what is it? The look here is too much characteristic here. Nobody can do anything here, huh? Interesting about the here about myself here. Lead anywhere. This maxilla is here. Or state. You'll have escalated a problem already. It's over here. Unnecessary here. Some 3 times here. Systematic up here. Over here. Cranium. What else here? Because it's school here. Maybe because I recognize it here. We get nothing if we put a school here. Here we go. Triple color here. Take a look around those things here. The pictures here. There might be Indonesia. They have again lower this scenery here. Almost here like a Filipino. Same thing here. I can tell you about it here. That's where the low nozzle picture is always here. One of your computer about it down here. Caucasus has a much higher nozzle picture here. Where's the same? Well, suppose that the nose itself is more developed here. The reclaiming about the is different here. Go to the 5th corner. This is the daily focus I just brought here. Go to this one here. Low nozzle pressure is one of the classic here. Look at the hesitation here. It's difficult to tell you about it here because it's close here. More is current coffin here. Here we go. That's interesting questions about like this kind of different investigation about us here. What universe, life, everything else here. Then here. So systematically here. What case of glucose is gold was here to prove at the element right here. School goes in here, but this is a school location with crew in here. Hydrocap poly here, guys. Well, I wouldn't make it here because that's a school location and crew up here. Might be here exterior. It is inside cranium or outside of cranium here. Okay, this country is super case in here. Well, those nations. I don't know. Well, what do we learn about here in this school here? School of the Nations here. P. Chinese here. What is different here? Do you look at Nigeria? All those nations about Chinese, Australian, Taiwanese, Vietnamese here. Vietnamese here. Philippines. Let's get up here. Vietnamese school here. Haunt or in haunt. Cranium. Once a low nose preacher here is one important factor. What is the other? It's different here. I'm interested about different schools. They don't want to talk about it here, guys. The craniums here, guys. This website where they always talk about it here. If you look at web here, when it's Vietnamese school here, I was expecting of those 3 forms here. There's school in there. Just a cranium here, guys. And if you look at cran. Well, it doesn't memorize. I was thinking about this program Google here. If I remember. Health cranium. Different location. Word for cranium here. Even molar. If you're looking for your Nicker cranium here, and location here, let's go over here. See health nationhood here. FXC set. Equation. Halls of a video translation. How about the discussion feature cranium here? You're looking for discussion because we can put in a maximum here, because what they want to tell about this thing here. We can do about some other location that this place here. On this sharp, I'm going to place it tonight here, because it's interesting looking for this universe by humans here. Think about all kind of like cost. Filipino keep it is the here. Well, we'll often have a bigger head than the white here, because not that large, yeah. If your head is bigger than his when it was like here, and he's at that large, what's the case you have a narrower head compared to white here? Narrow. Is bound. What's interesting about it here, mental behaviorability traits in here? Well, so far don't kill me, it's okay here. I will romp with the cursor, she didn't know she was a hero. Reconstruction here, guys. Okay, so here we go about this thing here. Well, what I can say. It'll be 2 and a vision and here. Arrive here. Whoa. And it's a pawn mind fate changed here, guys, finest here. I was just expecting about here, the finding about the website. Metal band like this human cranium here. Well, it was a random person I killed here. What they were very impressed about it here, if it's a dead person, I'm going to seek here, guys. They get so well, so easy here. That is incredible. It is incredible. Everybody can take that country here. Nobody need to be around here. But that's not the case at all in that country here. It's a funny thing about it. I'm not sure if I did say flying here. But the same could picture you about it. You're not maybe Excelia's good location. That those nationalities, but not far away here, nature here. So if they can take things here. Well, don't worry. I'm a less exciting person here, if nothing else here. We shouldn't be boring here. Of course, I'm here. That do I need to be boring? Exciting here is not here. I'm exciting for a whole. The subjectivity here. Just to be a little bit here, like a calm and relax at the way I am. This will take a lot here. Going in that direction here. We can discuss about it here. Make it all looks here, doesn't it? Like it's me nothing here. With triangular nose. So, let's go here. I will give up here already. Earphones.